brilliant. High level maintaining the building. We making a killing. I write my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatums. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motive.
It's week 15 of the NFL, and we've got the Seahawks veteran quarterback, who's stating his place among the league's best with 6 picks this season. It's the Seahawks and the 49ers under the lights on Thursday night.
It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle, and we just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field. Tonight, Week 15 begins with a great Thursday night matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory. And
here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And off we go from Seattle. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Get a look at this Seahawk offense as they come out there. And the quarterback brought in as part of that big offseason trade. Now in his 4th NFL season, Drew Lock.
And I think that everyone is looking forward to seeing Drew Lock take the next step in the quarterback evolutionary process. Decision-making is something that he's working on improving because he's got plenty of arm and makes excellent off-platform throws. What he's seeking now, to be consistent in all of his processes.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. A look at the numbers from Penny last week. 20 carries, 67 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
On second down, here's Penny. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun on third down, Lock. And that is incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that third down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. 49ers offense trots out for their first series, and they're led by the 3rd overall pick for the 2021 draft out of North Dakota State, Trey Lance. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. The numbers last week for Mitchell. 25 carries, 129 yards.
Well, obviously he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think the short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves to James. The Niners at 11-2 now, and they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners at 3 straight.
And they were able to tough it out last week, a close one-score game. And those are the kind of wins that pull you together as a team because everyone gains confidence, and they feel like they can continue to get better.
Well, remember, these two teams met earlier in the year in Santa Clara with the Niners coming out on top. So a win here in Seattle, tough as that may be, would give them the season sweep. Lance looking to throw it. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 31-yard line. 19 yards that time for number 19. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And that was a pretty good pattern.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Lance. Completes it to Samuel. And he is going to have a 49ers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. T.Y. Hilton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. Partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Penny. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. And what they do know is that they'll be playing at home come January, at least for one game, as they have locked up the NFC West.
And everyone wants that top spot, partner. We know that because that guarantees you home field advantage throughout the playoffs. But whether or not that's in the cards or not, you have to be impressed with how this team is playing.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now a play fake. Lance steps away. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. On the handoff, Mitchell. EA Sports.
Let's go now. On the ball.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 41-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On the counter, Mitchell. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Another run with Mitchell. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Lance now on 1st down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive. And here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Mitchell is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defense really sold out there to stop the run. Understandable down near the goal line. Now on 2nd down, you have to wonder, might we see play action here and a flip right over the top?
Mitchell again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Lance now on 3rd and goal. Touchdown! George Kittle from a yard out. And the 49ers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now 14-0. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Lock going to throw. On the slant, it's Fant. And some room to work. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. Clock now on 1st down. Dumps that off to Penny as running back. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the 1st half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch. Definitely
worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
Penny hit and the ball is jarred free. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. To throw it is Locke. Touchdown, Seahawks. Tyler Lockett from 8 yards out. And the Seahawks are back within a score. Myers connects on the PAT. And that'll make our score 14-7. Kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Trey Lance and the 49ers set to return to the field here. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watch the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the option, running left is Lance. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
That certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Losing with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. There will be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. To throw, it's Lance. Got his target, Samuel. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Throwing on 1st down is Lance. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here at their own 23. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Throwing on 1st down is Locke. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got room. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Into the red zone, it's Locke. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Throwing again on 2nd down. Locke. Throw right side, taken in by Eskridge. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out.
Myers.
So we have reached halftime here. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3 from the 6. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now Lance. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. First down, here's Mitchell. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. 52 yards rushing for him now to this point.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first. Throwing now is Lance. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Lance now to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
7th play of this drive coming out. Long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Lance to throw it. This is caught by Hilton. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 21. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. A give here to Mitchell. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes all day in play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough day for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Touchdown 49ers! Deebo Samuel, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 21-7. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially. But you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
To throw again on 2nd down. Locke. Returning right back to Lockett. And they get it down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Locke to Lockett for the Seattle first. From the gun, it's Locke. Throw to Eskridge, complete on the out route. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw again on second down. Lock. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. Walker now on 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, Lock. And Walker has it. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. The Lance going to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. Back now in Seattle, Washington. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the ground is Mitchell. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Off of play action, here's Lance. He'll buy some time right. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been automatic. How about 8 for 8 in the game thus far? This time they face a 3rd and 2. Completes it to Samuel. And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Elijah Mitchell with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Niners are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Takes it at the 7. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
What's the deal, y'all?
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Trey Lance, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Niners stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. Seahawks with a 1st and 10. Locke gets ready to go. At their own 26. He'll set up to throw from the gun. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
He lets it fly from Lockett. And got his man complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Locke to throw. They'll get this out wide to Penny. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Penny up the middle. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run this with Homer. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. 3rd and 2, Locke's going to throw. He's got his tight end fan. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Block now to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Now Myers for the extra point. It's good, and it's now 35-14. So that winds up a 7-play drive in total. And it ends with a Tyler Lockett touchdown. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On first down, they go back to Mitchell. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Once again, it's Mitchell. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Elijah Mitchell, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Niners have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fields this way up at the 17. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. On the draw, this is Penny. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. Block going to throw. They set up the screen to Penny. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Now Locke. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 44-yard line. Locke finding Fant for the Seahawk 1st down. Throwing now is Locke. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now Locke again. Dumps that off to Penny as running back. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Here's Locke. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now Locke. Got to have this one. He's got a man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. 40 yards. And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point up and throw by Myers. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. And the 49er hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Personal foul. Basement. Defense.
So potentially a good chance now to answer back from the touchdown a minute ago as they get 15 yards tacked on.
It's going to give them much better starting field position, and they didn't even have to make an extra play to get it.
Lock now on first down. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw in his Lock. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get it scored, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Connects on the PAT. That'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. But they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the Seahawks come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statistician.
Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach. Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah. Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line. Do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got stylists go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they put on top of you. Parading through the city, the whole block come out for you. We just getting started. Y'all finna see what we bout to do. Boy, stop. You ain't here? I'm the real truth. Hunters, real blue, strips on them still new. Shopping at Dover Street, I'm dripping like mildew. They say you don't visit the hood, dog, I still do. A real one, only difference, my bill's bigger. I'm still with ya, I just got rich a little quicker. The same man, God handed me his game plan. I ain't perfect, far from it, what can I say, man? I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. It felt like yesterday, I was just driving my grandma's Chevrolet. From South Carolina to Maryland, I take the jet today. I'm still on the come up, I'm still building my resume. I still got a lot to prove, but still I'm heavyweight. I still gotta watch my moves, they try to defamate my character, but I won't let them, it's always checkmate. I'm still screaming, the world hope she, Mother Nature's my first shorty, watch how I go ballistic and I'm so terrific. Accounts is copacetic, I don't need no permission, but I'm so indebted to this game that I love, and most of all to the man above. Now check me out, now it's just that Fridays was serving the greens. Before I was popping, I was nursing my dreams. Now I ain't never been a gangster, but I know a few things. I just rather get the bag and start collecting the rings. I done spoke too much, close curtain and scene. I am not a human being, I'm a full machine. I ain't holier than thou, I don't judge, I sing. Just staying down for the come up till I reign supreme. Let's get it. Yeah, hit boy, we got another one. Ha! Man, y'all boys ain't ready for this, man. I'm still grinding, I'm still hungry, hungrier than ever. I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do